What's good, you guys? You know who it is, right? You know who it is, right? Relentless Lex, of course. Hello, somebody. All right, so we have Offset shot and rushed to the hospital after beating up little TJ badly. All right, this is my man Poetic Flacco. The link to his original video will be in the description below if you want to check it out. So, excuse me. Offset apparently owed TJ 10 bands. A 10 ball. They call it a 10 ball. That's what the rappers call it. The 10 ball, whatever the ball stand for. I guess it's ball stand for bag. So they got into it at a casino in Hollywood, Florida, I believe it was. Now, TJ been arrested but not charged with the shooting. He's out. They picked up TJ. They picked up another, I think, one of TJ friends. Both of them is out. Nobody's locked up for the shooting. TJ was charged with disorderly conduct and a traffic violation. But at the same token, him and Offset was getting into it via text messages. And this video is going to show the text messages and everything. And it seemed like TJ was trying to avoid getting into a confrontational physical altercation with Offset. But Offset would drop his location like, really, TJ? Really? In the text messages. And TJ was kind of more so like, yo, bro, this paying my 10 bands, bro. You acting quite crazy out here, bro. Over some lunch money. 10,000 is nothing. I just want my money back. But we're here now, man. Let's check the video out. Shout out to Poetic Flacco.
In the stomach after slapping the living ish out of Lil TJ in Florida. Before we even discuss what took place today, let's rewind a little bit to talk about why Offset and Lil TJ even got beef or why there was even an altercation today. So Lil TJ came on social media about this time last year to expose Offset for being in debt and owing him money and not wanting to pay. Lil TJ will call Offset a broke you-know-what and claim nobody should ever borrow Offset money ever again because he's a bum who won't pay it back.
Wow, Offset not bum, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell y'all the stream, too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that casino. He was popped. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. Yo, he just popped. He called cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? For my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes nap. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. I got mad, bro. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He popped for the.
Lil TJ could have had a better approach, but yo, after a while of you owe me my money, man, I don't feel like I gotta be a gentleman anymore about it, bro. Like, you know you owe me money, but you're ducking me. So TJ wrote Offset and he says, where you at? Where you at? Not gonna lie, I'ma slap the whole ish out of you. Offset responded back, huh? You joking, right? Now, Lil TJ don't even know, and Igaboo loved this. Understand what I mean when I say an Igaboo loved this. Now, I don't borrow Igga's money for a reason because I know how that turns out. Igga will want to beef with you about the same money he owes you. Lil TJ don't even know he just gave Offset a way out. Igaboos are already looking not to pay you back. And their path of action not to pay you back, they usually pretend like it's smoke. They usually fake a beef with you. So Lil TJ beat Offset to the punch. Offset was already going to try to fake a beef with Lil TJ so he don't have to pay him back. Lil TJ saying that, or Offset like, today is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it, man. I don't got to pay back that loan money because of smoke.
Bro, yes, you do got to pay back that money.
That boy, I'ma smoke you about the money you owe me. You gonna kill me about money you owe me? Nah, I don't borrow Igga's money, man. I don't even deal with Iggas when it comes to things like this, man. Somebody says, Offset says, you barely lived already. Who the F you think you talking to, ninja? You got to be talking to the wrong ninja. I'm in New York right now. Come smack me, little boy.
Bro, first of all, Offset, bro. How you gonna talk smack to the man that you owe money to, bro? See, this is the crazy part with Offset. He's out here this is not the first incident, bro. He had another incident recently. He was at a casino and he got into it with a fan who wanted to take a picture, bro. Now he's getting into it with TJ at a casino for money that he owed TJ. What the Come on, Set. He must be on some drugs or something now, man.
So, Lil TJ was the one who posted this, by the way, and he tagged Offset and he says, Offset, yo, pay that tab, homie. Don't fade yourself over a little 10-pack. TJ responded back to Offset and he says, Miami. Offset says, if it's that, stop DMing me for trace reasons. TJ says, nah, never that, little bro. I just want my 10. Offset says, say that. Now, Lil TJ shared this and he says, do not loan Offset no money. He's popped. LOL, just in case. Lil TJ then made an Instagram post where he says, I could never be broke like Offset running off making smoke over lunch money. I'ma have to smoke on 100 streams for it to get to all that. But yeah, free smoke tomorrow for ninjas. Offset then commented and he tags Lil TJ and he says, let's hit on live. I'll fly to you. This ain't gonna stop your fell off allegations. Offset then says, meet me in New York and give me a 1 on live. I've seen Lil TJ fight playfully. I've seen Offset fight on camera. Let's just say, based on my understanding and expert analysis of their Iga chakra, I'll probably give the advantage to Offset. I don't feel like Lil TJ really wants to fight Offset particularly. But once it goes to social media, there's really no copping it. Because the first person to DM the other person and say, hey, man, yo, what are we doing, bro? Bro, let's just talk about it. And there's a screenshot of that person DMing the other person first. Now, that person is going to be known as a mark and a buster online, right? That's just a fact.
Yep,
now, this could be avoided if Offset didn't have a gambling addiction. Offset has a gambling addiction, bro.
Apparently he
TJ
do.
isn't the only one that Offset owes money to. Offset got exposed by Selena Powell by calling her in the middle of the night at the casino and asked her to bring him $15,000 so he could keep on gambling. He's a fiend. Now, just like Lil TJ, he didn't pay back Selena Powell either.
Like, yo, I need a favor. This is a
let's
test.
not skip over that. He told her to he still needed that. He still needed that.
Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I have I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it because I have a ton of 20s and then like hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No.
Because, continue. Keep going.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually did. But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Like, let me just give him the hundreds. He was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not going to do every single detail and have this.
She's working on her 40-minute straight drive.
And just like Offset did to Lil TJ, when it came back to paying back the money he borrowed.
So basically what he's doing is he's finessing people, bro. He's borrowing the money, never had no intentions on paying it back, probably. Or maybe he did. But we all know how it is when you're gambling. You take a chance, bro. But, bro, you borrowing this type of money from people not knowing whether you're going to win or not. Now you're losing it. Now you're upset that you lost and you don't want to pay the money back. Now you won't smoke with the people that you owe the money to, bro. You got to be out your ragged ass mind, bro.
All of a sudden, Offset created beef, so he don't got to pay it back. So Selena Powell would post on her social media that she was getting threatened by Offset because she asked Offset to pay back the money that he owes her. So she took to her social media to says, if anything happens to me, Offset did it. She would also go and says, tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day and got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000. I tried to get my money back for weeks and all I've gotten is threats. So this is like the Offset play, man. If you've been around people's serial
this nigga think he Suge Knight or somebody, man. Who you think you is, Offset? Boy, you lucky to still be living, bro.
borrowers,
You lucky,
cereal, always wanting something from you, always go. You know what I'm talking about, bruh. These people, they're sociopaths. They do these things, man. They get your money, then they create a beef with you so they don't got to pay it back. This is the play for broke, thirsty, dumb dusties. I just wouldn't think that Offset, who's a multimillionaire, would have to go down to this extent to create problems for himself so he don't have to pay back thousands of dollars when you are a millionaire. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Now, Selena Powell would even post a particular video from Offset, like pretty much exposing him in 4K as well. And here's what the video has to say.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. I'm thinking sweet. Shit ain't sweet, mama. On my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
Okay.
So, like this is just absurd.
Nothing wrong with this guy,
and
bro.
Apparently, Offset kept the same energy in person when he seen Lil TJ. The incident happened near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Now, Offset was indeed shot in the leg. Offset was transported to the hospital. He was listed in stable condition. Now, he's still in the hospital as far as I was told. Now, a rep for the Seminole County Police Department tells TMZ, we are aware of an incident that occurred at a valet area after 7 p.m. Monday outside of Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, that resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to an individual who was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood. The rep added Seminole police were on site immediately and the situation was contained quickly. 2 individuals have been detained by police. The investigation is ongoing. The site is secure and there is no threat to the public. Operations continue as normal. Here's what happened, okay? Lil TJ and Offset are both at this casino. Offset is a gambling addict. Offset is at the casino almost every day. If you're somebody who wants to meet Offset one day, go to a casino in Florida. Offset is gonna be there.
Facts.
That's just what Offset does. Offset is a gambling addict. I don't know why he's that's his thing. He's at a casino 24/7 gambling. So Offset and Lil TJ is both outside of the casino. They're in the valet area. While in the valet area, they ran into each other. I was told that Offset is who engaged the altercation. He engaged the confrontation. Now, like I said before, Offset is somebody who can fight. Offset, I don't think, is scared of Lil TJ not one bit. Now, I was told, Lil TJ wasn't backing down either. They both got in each other's faces. Offset took off on Lil TJ. Offset put hands and feet on Lil TJ. And somebody pulled out a gun and shot Offset. Now, who that person is, use your imagination. Who would have an invested interest in shooting Offset because Offset is whooping on Lil TJ? Use your imagination. Now, 2 people have been detained.
This reminds me of the Lil Durk and Quando Rondo incident, bro. Not Lil Durk, but King Von and Quando Rondo incident. Remember when King Von was at a hookah lounge celebrating his album release party, right? And he was putting hands and feet on Quando Rondo. And Lil Timmy came around and popped King Von and unalived King Von. And Lil Timmy's out right now. So I guess it was like them boys, they the homeboys, but I guess they're acting as security as well, unlicensed security. But I guess it all depends on the city you're in and the state you're in and the crime laws, because Lil Timmy is out of jail. I think he probably did like maybe a year and a half or something like that, maybe.
It's unclear if Lil TJ is one of the 2 that's been detained. Now, academics did say he spoke to Lil TJ representative as well as Offset representative. Now, Lil TJ and his rep is offering little to no information because obviously, duh, right? Like, what are they going to say? Hey, bruh, like Lil TJ got his butt whooped, so Lil TJ and his associate shot Offset. Man, cut it out, bro. They can't say it. So they told ACT there was an altercation, but we can't say much at the time. Sorry, cat's out the bag, okay? Lil TJ was getting whooped on and shots were fired.
There's multiple people in custody, and police at this time, they're working to try to figure out what led to what happened. A lot of things to get to. We don't know the current status of both rappers at this moment. It's been reported that it's a leg shot when it comes to Offset. and it's supposed to be a non-life-threatening wound, but at this point, because he was transported to the hospital, we don't know the full details. Okay. Little TJ is a little bit more elusive. Of course, again, I have a direct official source, heavily weighted, that confirms it. However, I did also talk to his team, and his team, while confirming that there might have been an incident, they weren't at liberty to tell me, or they, it's a lot of things going on. This is actually happening right now. So people are in custody right now. This probably happened like an hour ago, and they aren't confirming what my other source confirmed, but it is being confirmed. It's one of the best sources I could have, that Lil TJ was shot. But anyway, the matter of fact is, Lil TJ and Offset was involved in an incident. Okay, now clearly, I guess you guys could probably put two and two together. It appears that maybe, well, not maybe, but most likely, Offset and Lil TJ probably got into maybe some altercation. Why would I say that? That would just be using context clues. They haven't been getting along. They have, kind of gone back and forth, and potentially they have seen each other for the first time since all of that. The good news I do have currently, but I might have to knock on wood, I don't have a death to report, which is good. But there was absolutely a shooting that occurred.
Thank God nobody was unalive.
Academics did report that Lil TJ was shot too. I didn't hear that, but Ak may have information that I don't have. Now, what I seen started to go around, people were saying, oh, the same dude who shot Offset shot Lil TJ. Cut it out, bro. All right, this was an altercation between Offset and Lil TJ. All right, there was not this random person who decided to target Offset and Lil TJ. No, right, this was an altercation between Lil TJ and Offset that led to gunshots being fired. Okay, y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Okay, and if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video,
man, TJ was not shot, bro. There's news clips on the internet that's surfacing right now showing Lil TJ getting out of the police department perfectly fine, and they was asking him, the camera people, TMZs and the paparazzi, whoever it was, they was asking Lil TJ what happened and everything, and is everything good between him and Offset? So he was like, nah, bro. He was like, he just owed me money, and then we fought. Basically, that's it. He said, I don't know anything about him getting shot. I don't know who did it. I didn't do it. So TJ did say he put hands and feet on Offset. But my man Poet the Flacco said Offset put hands and feet on TJ. Bro, I gotta dig deep. I want to know who won, though. I ain't gonna hold you, because they lacking the same weight class. You feel me? They lacking the same weight class, and that posed a pretty good fight. But thank God Offset is okay, bro. I don't wish bad on nobody, bro. Thank God he's okay. I know Cardi B probably gonna reach out to him, maybe. But Set, now you probably put hands and feet on Lil TJ, but you also was talking trash about Stephon Diggs, bro. I think Stephon put hands and feet on Offset, bro. He's a little bigger, a little more athletic, with a little more wind. See, whenever you squabbling, bro, you gotta have that wind, bro. If you know how to fight, that's cool. But if you don't got enough energy, enough wind to sustain, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no, yo, my man Diggs play NFL football. That nigga probably can hold his breath on the water for 30 minutes, probably. You never know. Said, I don't think you want to smoke with Diggs, bro. But, man, hopefully we'll find out what exactly happened. Thank God that Offset is okay. Make a long story short, man. You guys, if you watch this video to the end, thank you so much. Make sure you comment, liking, and subscribing. It's always peace and love.